What sparked my interest in communications was actually just accidentally falling into a role when I was in university in Pretoria, where we basically had to do some marketing for a brand called Elizabeth Arden. Elizabeth Arden has been around for decades, and that whole experience, learning about the product, being able to communicate what I knew about the product, getting people to believe in the product, was just mind-blowing for me. And I realized then that this was what I was called to do. And I was going to keep doing this till the day I die, even though what I was studying had absolutely nothing to do with marketing or communications. In any facet that I found myself, I've had to really get into the mind of whoever is going to be buying my product or buying my service. So I think that is one thing that has been really consistent, and also just really immersing myself in wherever I find myself. So if it was Elizabeth Arden, I was learning A to Z about the product, understanding how it's being made, understanding, what are some of the potential USPs that I could communicate. And if it was in genetics, from my role at 54 Gene, I was learning everything I could about genetics, about the African genome, so it's just really, you just keep learning and you keep immersing yourself in whatever sphere it is so that you're able to communicate clearly what your target audience needs to know. My vision to impact the world is really to just, I guess, leave it a better place than how I met it. And right now, for me, that is really just empowering women. I'm very passionate about women. I think that, the battles that we have to fight in our everyday life are immense, and I feel like it just keeps increasing every day. I run an NGO called Sponsor a Mom, where myself and a network of well-meaning individuals give to single moms and widows who also need that extra financial cushion. So these are women who are earning less than 30,000 naira in Bubu's economy, and they need the help. They need all the help that they can get. We also take them through like safe space conversations where they're able to talk through things like their businesses, understanding, how to expand, and even just general things that they're facing, stigma in some instances as well, because our society stigmatizes women who are by themselves and raising kids. And so that has been something that we've had to work on as well, to just build their confidence. So I'm very passionate about seeing the world have more women who are empowered. And hopefully NGOs like Sponsor a Mom won't be needed in the end, because women will be empowered and women won't have to deal with a lot of the issues that we're currently encountering. My journey was very unique to me, I would say. I never shied away from, whatever challenges came my way. Whether it was in beauty, whether it was in food and beverage, whether it was in breweries, whatever. And I think that's the first advice I'd give, is just to keep an open mind. The world that we're in is fast evolving every day, and I think it's important to have your ears to the ground, know what attains outside of the little bubble you're in. Don't be a local champion. Know what's going on in other countries, and really start to kind of plot where you see yourself. I'm also a very big believer in the fact that you're different doesn't necessarily mean that that is a bad thing. So, use that to your advantage. What is it that is different about you that you could potentially leverage, and use that to really just, I guess, chart a path for yourself. I feel like there's industries right now that don't exist, that will exist in the next year or two. So it's just, I guess, keeping an open mind, put your ears to the ground, see what attains outside of, wherever you are, and really just, I guess, be also aware of your strengths, and as much as possible, utilize that to your benefit. And that's really what I would say about really navigating. As far as tech is concerned, I think there's a lot of room for more people who do what I do in tech. I don't know that there's that many of us out there. And I see that, a lot of people who maybe have worked in traditional media or have worked with digital magazines are starting to get into the space. And that's really exciting for me to witness, because really storytelling is storytelling at the core of it. So wherever you are, you can become a storyteller. And it's just really understanding, okay, so what industries am I passionate about? Because that passion is what will drive you to tell the best stories.